Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ruffing the Passer Show. Talks football, miscellaneous stuff, and mostly football. I'm your host, Sam Ruffing, and this is either episode 94 or 96. I'm not sure which one because I had some unreleased episodes that would be 94 and 95, but I haven't released them yet, so technically this is 94. Anyways, in today's episode, I'll be talking a little bit about the NFL draft, some of the recent news coming out of the PGA Tour, and their deal with the Fenway Sports Group, and the Broncos' new uniforms. But first, I want to talk about some recent news. The Denver Broncos are trading for quarterback Zach Wilson from the New York Jets. This is just quite a move. In a deal on Sunday, I think it was, they sent a 6th-round pick in exchange for Zach Wilson and a 7th from the New York Jets. Both of those picks will be this year, and the Broncos receive yet another quarterback to add to their room to help develop a quarterback if they want to draft one, or just stick with Zach Wilson if, they just want to stick with Zach Wilson, tank this season, get a higher draft pick, or maybe he'll break out, who knows. It's a quite a hilarious move. They just move on from one Wilson onto another Wilson. And it's funny for me because I have supported Zach Wilson in the past. I'm like, well, he's won a few games. I mean, his numbers aren't great. He's won a few games. He's had Nathaniel Hackett as his OC. So moving on from him to Sean Payton is like just 10 tiers up. That'll be good for him. I have no idea whether or not this deal will work out, like whether or not Zach Wilson will turn his career around. That'd be cool. That'd be great. I mean, it's a low-risk move. Just trade a pick, get Zach Wilson. Why not? And if they hadn't given Russell Wilson's jersey number to Will Lutz, they could have just given Zach Wilson Russell Wilson's jersey. I mean, just give him number 3 with a Wilson on it. Plain and simple. Now, part of me wonders if Russell Wilson has stolen Zach Wilson's identity and is actually the one being traded to Denver, because that would be rather funny. Like, you look shorter than I thought, Mr. Zach Wilson. I don't think so, but it'd be kind of funny if Russell Wilson just stole Zach Wilson's identity. Either way, no clue if it works out. Kind of a funny trade. Low risk, high reward, good trade overall. I like it. The Denver Broncos also made another change this week. They decided to finally announce that they are changing their uniforms. Upon releasing them, they're desiredly okay. I mean, they just kind of look modern. They look like your modern, typical uniform you see all throughout the NFL now. Ooh, it's a bold color with a bold color. That's about it. There's no fancy anything else. Maybe a stripe here or there. I don't know. They don't feel classy like the old uniforms. And I understand that as a team, you don't want to remain stale. You don't want to be boring. You want to change your uniforms every now and again just to keep things fresh. But I mean, what was wrong with the old uniforms? They were bright. It still looked kind of classy. They just looked good. They were some of the best in the NFL. And yes, this is a biased opinion, but still. And now you're moving on to these things, whatever they are. They're just mid. Kind of eh. I mean, they're not bad, but I mean, the stripe on the back of the helmet's ugly. Throwbacks are cool, but I mean, I just not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of the new uniforms. I didn't see a problem with the old ones. Maybe just because it's been so long, and the team's just needs a reset. They got new ownership. I guess it's fine. But I mean, when they revealed the side-by-side of the old uniforms with the new ones, like the new dark blue uniform, I thought was a Bengals jersey. I mean, it looked black and orange. It was dark blue and orange, but it looked black and orange. And yeah, not terrible, not great. But it just feels like way too trendy, not very memorable. Not a huge fan. At all, really. Just kind of wish they kept the same ones. I'm just a big fan of the Broncos. Current uniform, old uniforms. Guess they're old now. Just the bright orange, the blue, the white. I just loved it. Now you got these, and you're like, fine. Whatever. Not a big deal. Just kind of mid. One team that changed their uniforms this past week as well would be the Detroit Lions. They moved on from their white and blue, blue and white, blue and gray to a black and blue color scheme, and it just looks ugly. I mean, it's not like the Lions uniforms were anything spectacular, but I mean, they were good. I didn't think they were bad. I thought they looked fine. There were nothing wrong with them. No need to change it, but now they're like wearing black, and it's just does not look good with the Lions blue. It looks like the Panthers. It works for the Panthers, but not for the Lions. I'm not a fan. And I honestly don't know why they're changing them. I mean, it just feels like because everyone else is changing them, let's change it. It's not like there's been a new sponsor or anything. Still New Era, still Nike. No change whatsoever. Just weird to me. I just don't get some of the uniform changes. I mean, you had those ugly Falcons rebrand. You had the Patriots changing their uniforms to their boring, bland, Thursday night, alternate jerseys. Not a big fan. I mean, just why? Why do you gotta wear? What was wrong with the previous one? And maybe it's just me being old or missing for the days of my childhood. I don't know, but sometimes I just don't see a need for the rebrand. Sometimes, not a big fan. Not a big fan. Especially the Jets ones. Ugh. Anyways, moving on. The NFL draft is upon us tomorrow. The first round is going to bring, I assume, lots of drama, lots of crazy trades, and lots of quarterbacks taken. And obviously the ones that'll go first are, Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels. Caleb Williams will go first, Drake May and Jaden Daniels. Who knows which order they'll go in. But those are safe bets, and then it'll be Marvin Harrison Jr. But after that, for quarterbacks, it gets strange. You got Bo Nix, Michael Penix, and J.J. McCarthy as the next top 3 quarterbacks. And for whatever reason, over the last 3 months or so, J.J. McCarthy's quarterback stock has risen exponentially, and I'm not entirely sure why. Over a guy like Michael Penix Jr. Like, if two people's stocks could be going in opposite directions, those two would be. I just don't get it. Like, J.J. McCarthy was a very good quarterback in college, but I mean, he was more of a game manager. He relied heavily on Jim Harbaugh's run game. And yes, he didn't win a national championship, but I mean, he's not like, he didn't appear especially great at anything. And suddenly there are rumors the Vikings could trade up into the top 10 and select him. I mean, I just don't see it. What am I missing here? I mean, I watched some Michigan football, but it was mostly run game that was dominating. And one thing I really don't get is where's the Michael Penix Jr. hype? I mean, I watched this man last year. I watched a lot of Washington games. And he went into USC and outdueled Caleb Williams. He went into Oregon and outdueled Bo Nix twice. I mean, he beat Bo Nix twice, and yet he's ranked behind him. And I just cannot for the life of me figure out why. I mean, he's got a rocket for an arm. Just can sling it 80 yards. Probably. Easy peasy. He's accurate. He reads the defense well. He's one of the best pocket quarterbacks in this class. Yet his draft stock has plummeted, and I have no clue why. I mean, people are talking about Bo Nix. Oh, take him. Or J.J. McCarthy, take him. I'm like, where's the Michael Penix hype? Every time I saw him play, he was just lighting it up. He was beating the odds. I mean, he was just throwing deep, accurately, Sure, he had a great receiver and he had a great running back, but I mean, if you have those, use them, and he did. He should have been the Heisman winner last year. I mean, he went undefeated until he faced the Michigan Wolverines, who were the best team in the nation. Yet Jaden Daniels got it despite having 3 losses. Don't ask me why. I don't know how. LSU, SEC bias, I guess. But Michael Penix was so good, and then he just fell out of the draft hype completely, and I'm still boggles my mind as to how. I guess it's because he had suffered 4 season-ending injuries when he played at Indiana, including 2 torn ACLs, which does suck and would definitely cause his draft stock to plummet. But his final 2 years at Washington, he never got injured. He played really well. I just don't get where's the Michael Penix Jr. hype? Why is he falling down? Like, if he fell all the way to me at like the end of the first round, I'm like, take him. I'll take him. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing here. That could very well be the case. I mean, picking quarterbacks is hard, but I mean, where's the hype? Why is he going so underlooked? I just don't get it. This man was, I heard him in the Wolverines, not the Wolverines, the Wolfpack, the Washington Wolfpack. I'm not sure what they are. I heard him in Washington were supposed to be underdogs against Oregon in the Pac-12 championship game. And he went in there and destroyed them. They were supposed to lose to Oregon earlier in the season, and he destroyed them. He went into USC and outdueled the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams. Just put him up against adversity, overcome. He beat Texas, who beat Alabama in the college football playoff. Yet no hype, no nothing on him. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And that'll do it for me. This has been Ruffing the Passer. The show does talk football, miscellaneous stuff, and mostly football. I am your host, Sam Ruffing, and thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Hit the subscribe button if you like my content and you want to see more of it. Hit the bell to stay notified when all future uploads are uploaded at that exact time. Comment your opinions on any of my thoughts below. And have a wonderful day. And once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.